Welcome back. So, how is this even possible? Let's clear that up. Odds are, most of the time, you don't spend all of your working hours fully engaged in productive work, right? Did I guess right? According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Americans spend an average of 8.8 hours at work every day. But this number is deceptive and doesn't give you the full picture. Research also shows that the average worker is only productive for around 3 hours each day. Most of the day then is spent reading news, browsing social media, or simply talking with coworkers about things unrelated to work. Think back to our underachiever time box. It represents most people out there. It certainly represented me. That's a lot of unproductive time employers are paying for. So why do they pay for it? Well, let's break this down. You were hired to perform certain tasks, right? And that's partly true, but why would a business pay for a full-time employee when the work doesn't actually take up the full-time working day? Wouldn't it be cheaper to simply hire contractors or consultants and have them do the work piece by piece? Indeed, it would not only be cheaper, but more efficient. So why do businesses mostly hire employees and only have a handful, if any, of contractors? That's because as an employee, you're not just hired to do your job, you were hired because of something else you provide to the company. Let me explain. From the business's point of view, contractors are completely unreliable. They have multiple clients and no particular loyalty to any of them, especially if they're very good at what they do. Employers simply have no guarantee that the contractor will be around when they need him. For instance, the company might suddenly need a contractor they usually hire. They need him for work that needs to be done as soon as possible. But since he's independent and has other customers, he might not be available right now when the business needs him. However, if that contractor were to be an employee, then there's no possible way he would be unavailable. Employees by definition are available whenever the business needs them. So you see, you're not just paid to do your work, you're also being paid to be available exactly when you're needed. Ultimately, this is why you end up with extra time during your day, and yet you can't go home even if you're done. It used to be that there was nothing you could do. There was nothing we could do with this dead time at work. 20 or even 10 years ago, you had to, or even 5 years ago, you had to endure it because you worked at an office with security cameras and the prying eyes of your coworkers. But now, with the rising popularity of remote work, we are no longer in the office. We don't have the eyes of our coworkers on us, and we can therefore do many, many things that weren't possible before, like stacking multiple full-time jobs. Job stacking is possible precisely because of this dead time that used to belong to your employer and now can belong to you. You can use it to earn more money and have better job security instead of reading news articles or watching YouTube while you wait for the clock. Job stacking is about exploiting the time you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs when there's little to no work with multiple full-time jobs. And this is how we accomplish not having to work more than 8 hours per day. We're utilizing the inefficiencies of modern employment to our advantage. All right, so you're doing great. Please review your notes, and when you're ready, I will find you in the following video.